Happy Thursday to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz, taking a deeper dive into the forecast. And we've had a very big change in our weather pattern. Over the past 48 hours, we had that widespread rain, heavy mountain snow, then the thunderstorms yesterday, more heavy mountain snow. And this morning, we've had some lower elevation snow, more so higher hilltops above 750 feet or so. And yesterday, if you recall, I'm sure you heard about it, the water spout over Puget Sound. Thankfully, things are starting to settle on down. For today, we have a flip in our weather pattern up ahead. Today, we still have some lingering moisture in place in wake of that low pressure system that brought us some of that wild weather yesterday, and it's quite cold. But today, we'll have clearing and drying. And by the way, first 8 o'clock sunset is tonight. Now, over the weekend, shower chances return, clouds return, but a lot of us are going to stay on the dry side. 60s return, so that's something to look forward to as we head into the weekend. Here's a look at the big picture. You see over central and eastern Washington, we have some clearing. There goes that low I was telling you about that brought us some of the weather yesterday, but we still have some lingering moisture with this, low clouds, a little bit in the way of precipitation, but a good majority of western Washington is actually clearing out nicely this morning, and that helped cause some fog to develop and for temperatures to tank into the 20s and 30s. This is a look at the big picture, and what's going to help dry us out and clear us out is a very weak ridge of high pressure that's going to build offshore. But then as we head into the weekend, it's going to begin to move to the east, and that's going to send some clouds into the area. As in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we have onshore flow. So we'll get some high clouds moving in, maybe some mid-level clouds as well. But as you see how it moves east, look toward the open Pacific and the Gulf of Alaska. We're going to have this low dropping south from the Gulf of Alaska, but it's going to hang out offshore of the west coast. And what's going to happen with that, we'll have slight shower chances, some clouds and warmer temperatures here in western Washington. A lot of that moisture is going to stay offshore, but then we head into early next week. Eventually it's going to move inland, at least as of now it looks like, and that would bring us the return of some showers. But even then, a better chance for some showers to move in by the middle half of next week. But over the next couple of days, it's really going to be mostly dry. We'll have a couple of light showers, but nothing that's going to be concerning. Over the weekend, it's not going to be a washout, but our temperatures are coming up. So mid-60s Saturday, mostly cloudy skies, and then Sunday and Monday likely going to be our warmer days. In the mid and upper 60s, model guidance shows the potential for some of you to hit 70 degrees. We have time to fine-tune that forecast for you, but spotty showers, sun break, same for Monday, and then Tuesday, shower chances, slight shower chances. A better shot for now looks to be next Wednesday, which by the way is Earth Day. Here's a look again closer for the weekend. 50s today, 50s tomorrow, and then we're warming things up. Let's take a tour around western Washington. Hurricane Ridge, you see that beautiful blanket of fresh snow and blue sky above. Our snow levels are going to come up over the weekend, however, to about 6,000 feet. So any moisture that we get, it's going to be in those higher elevations that it would be snow, but below that it would be some light showers. And then Port Angeles, you see we have blue sky, some low clouds off in the distance. You can't see Mount Baker, but you can see the Strait and you can see Port Angeles. Here's a look from Queen Anne looking towards Seattle. Still just trapped under these low clouds, but visibility has improved. And then taking you up to Alpental, too bad that the ski season is over with, but we had all of that nice snow just dumping on our Cascade passes, our mountains over the past 24 hours. Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, even Crystal, got some really good snow. And just over the last couple of days, we've had some really decent snow with this. I mentioned that we still have some lingering moisture in place right over central and north sound, as well as portions of the islands and in the Kitsap Peninsula. And this is what's left of the moisture. And so this morning, especially after midnight, some of you, especially in the higher hilltops and some of the foothill communities, saw some snowfall. Even Maple Valley, we had reports in Bonnie Lake as well as Enumclaw. But again, this is what's left of it, but we still have some pretty thick clouds in place. Highs around the region, low and mid 50s to our north, and then mid and upper 50s for much of Puget Sound. The Cascade foothills, very similar as well. And then for the passes, still for some, at least in the 30s. As for Friday morning, it's still going to be chilly. However, we'll have some spots, especially our typical cold spots, so through Hood Canal down to the Chehalis Valley and the south interior, as well as some of the foothill communities, may drop into the mid 30s, which would lead to some more frosty conditions. Could have some areas of low clouds, if not some fog in the morning as well. For Friday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds, but then it's really going to be a pleasant day. Mid and upper 50s. A few of our typical warm spots will be near 60. But as I mentioned, we're going to continue to warm up. And some good news if you're headed to the Mariners game for Friday evening, 6:40 against the Rangers. Likely going to have a roof open. No issues with any rain, and by then sunset time around 8:02. Partly sunny with temperatures near 55 degrees for first pitch. Let me show you what I mean on the Futurecast because of the clouds. Here's around 10:30 or so. Most spots are seeing mostly sunny skies, but we could have some stubborn clouds over central and north sound perhaps, and then maybe a couple of sprinkles or light flurries up in the Cascade Mountains. But again, snow levels come up to about 2,000 feet or so today. Then we get into the evening hours, and there's a chance we get some low clouds developing over Puget Sound, becoming maybe mostly cloudy, and there is the sign of potentially a little weak convergence zone possibly developing over Snohomish and King counties that could bring a couple of light showers overnight, but again, not concerning whatsoever. Then we get into Friday morning. Here's a look at, you see that dark shading, that is indicating some low clouds or some fog, but those are going to lift and mix out, and then we'll have mostly sunny to partly sunny skies. Here comes those high clouds. I mentioned that aloft we'll get the return of onshore winds, so that would send some high clouds over the area. Saturday, mix of sun and clouds, going to be one of the warmer days, and then here comes a front. So we have that upper low spinning offshore, and then an associated front will begin to move over the area. So once again, a lot of the moisture may end up staying to the west and then to the southwest of us, but still there is that chance for some showers. And I mentioned snow levels are coming up. So over the weekend into early next week, even into the middle half of next week, going to be above pass level. And to zoom out and to show you a little bit of what is beyond, I mentioned there is those slight chances for a couple of showers. Monday, you see just some clouds, at times a couple of light showers. Same for Tuesday, but then here comes Wednesday. That's going to be our next best chance for us to get some steady rain, and even then it's not looking like it's going to be all too heavy for now. So to wrap things up, 50s followed by mid and upper 60s. Not only will our days get warmer, but our mornings and nights will get warmer as well, so we won't have any concerns about any frost or freezes as we head into the weekend, but we could have some more frost concerns tonight into Friday morning, and then again Friday night and into Saturday morning. That would be more so for our typical cold spots.